Welcome to my channel, and here we'll be working on this orthographic views that we are to convert to isometric view. So this is the front elevation, this is the plan, and this is the end elevation, which I believe that you know that these views are given in first angle orthographic projection. So on the front elevation, or let me start with the plan. So we have the distance from here to here to be 120 millimeters, and distance from here to here is 20 millimeters. Distance from here to here is 70 millimeters. So those are the dimensions that we have in the plan. While on the front elevation, so we have the distance from here up to this point. So we have to be 70 millimeters. The thickness of this thing is 15, and distance from here to here is 15 millimeters. And then we have distance from, if I draw a vertical line up here, so the distance from this point to this point, that is for this to join with this. So we have it from here to here to be 20 millimeters. So for this semicircle that we have here on the front elevation, diameter is 40 millimeters, and distance from here to here is 20 millimeters. So on the end elevation, we have that the distance from this point to this point here is 20 millimeters. That is distance from here to here. So that is what we have shown hidden here on the end elevation. It is 20, and the thickness of this is 50 millimeters. So we are going to work on this to convert these orthographic views into isometric view. So what I want to do first is, as we are given here that this is the lowest point, this point is the lowest point on the front elevation. So we are going to construct a cuboid. So that's what we are going to construct, a cuboid in which the length from here to here is 120, and the width from here to here is 70, and the thickness on this is 15 millimeters. So that's the first thing I want to do first. So by the time I do that, so I will have part of the plan and also part of the front elevation. Let's start. So what we need to do first is to draw horizontal line. So we have to take note of the lowest point. So the point that we asked to consider lowest. So I will draw horizontal line here. Then I'm going to draw a line, so in this direction at an angle 30 degree like this, and also so I will draw a line in this direction also at angle 30 degree. Okay, so then we have to indicate the lowest point. So this is the lowest point now. So this point here is point X, which is the lowest point. So as I said that I'm going to construct a cuboid of length 120. So I'm going to erect a vertical line here, just a short vertical line like this. Okay, so then on this vertical line I will take a measurement of 15 millimeters. So from point X here, so this is 15 millimeters. So I'm going to draw a line. So from this point I will draw a line in this direction. So draw a line in this direction, and also I will draw a line in this direction from this point. Okay, then I'm going to take a measurement of 120. Here I will take 120 millimeters. So this is 120 millimeters, and here I will take 70 millimeters. So 70 millimeters, I'm not taking it from 0, so I'm taking it from 1. Okay, so here now I will draw a vertical line at this point. I will draw a vertical line at this point, and coming here I will also draw a vertical line at this point to touch this line. Then from this point I'm going to draw a line, so in this direction. Then I will turn here and draw a line from this point, so to complete the cuboid that I said. So we have it like this. Okay, so now for what I've done here, I have part of the front elevation and part of the plan. So as you can see, this is part of the front elevation, this rectangle, as we have here in the given figure. So part of the plan, so the whole of this surface here is the plan. So though we are not yet done, we have to bring out this part. So now look at this part that we have on the front elevation from here up, and also from here up with this semicircle here. So they are placed within this part on the plan, within this part on the plan. Okay, so when they are going to bring out this shape, so looking at where it is placed here, so Distance from here to here is 20, so it means that from here to here is 50 if total length is 70 millimeters. So what we just need to do is that I will come from this end here, so I'll just take 20. So from this point here I will take 20 millimeters. This is 20 millimeters. So then I'm going to draw a line. So from this point I will draw a line in this direction, okay, like this. And if you look at what we have here, so distance from here to here also is 20. So the total length is 120. So if I remove 20 from 120, so the remaining distance from here to here will be 100 millimeters. So I'll just take a measurement of 100 millimeters from this point. 100 millimeters from this point. So this is 100 millimeters. So the remaining is 20. So here I will draw a line. From this point I will draw a line in this direction. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to erect a vertical line at this point. So I will erect a vertical line at this point. So coming to this point also I will erect a vertical line. So I just extend this, and at this point also I will erect a vertical line like this, and this point just let me draw it. So a vertical line at this point. Okay, so now with what I've done here, so now total distance from here up here is 70, and we are told that from here to here is 15. So we have already taken that 15. So if I remove 15 millimeters from 70, so the rest will be 55 millimeters. The rest will be 55 millimeters. So all I need to do now is to come up here and take a measurement of 55 millimeters. So this is 55 millimeters. So now, so I'm going to transfer this. So I will transfer this point. So transfer it to this end like this. Then I will take it again. I will take it again. I will take it to, okay. So I will take it to this side. So take it to this side like this. Okay. So then I will also transfer it from this point. From this point, I will transfer it and take it to meet this line here. So I need to extend this line. Okay, so now, alright, so then, so I'll just draw a line from here, so to connect these together. Alright, so we have what we have this. So the next thing that I'm going to do now is that I want to bring out this line here, this line. It is this line here that give us this rectangle that we have here when we are looking at it downward from the top. So as we are given here that we have to take 20 millimeters from here to here, 20 millimeters. If I draw a vertical line from this point, we have to take 20 millimeters. So I'll take 20 millimeters from this point. So this is 20 millimeters. And again, so we have that from this point here up is 15. So where do we have that 15? So 15, we are going to take it from here. So we take it from here and we take it up here. So this is 15. So this point now, I'm going to connect it there. Before that, so let me first of all transfer this point to the other side. Okay, so I'll transfer this to the other side. So and let me draw it at once with a thick line like this. Okay, so and also I will need to transfer this to the other side. So this will also be a thick line from here to here. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is to connect this together. So this is a non-isometric line, so you cannot use your 30 degrees set square to draw it. So you have to draw it normally as I'm doing it here. So we have brought out that shape. So we have brought out that shape as we see it in the front elevation. So the next thing that we are going to do now is that we need to bring out this semicircle here. We need to bring it out. So as an isometric semicircle or curve. So as we have here that from this end is 20 millimeters and from here to here So it's also 20 millimeters if the diameter is 40 millimeters. So what we need to do now, I'll first of all take a measurement of 20 millimeters from this end here. So from this end, I will take a measurement of 20 millimeters. So this is 20 millimeters. So then I will take another 20 to get the center of that semicircle. So this is the center of the semicircle. So I will draw this as a center line like this. Okay. While for this one, I'm going to make it a thick line at once. So I make it a thick line at once like this. Okay. So now, so coming to this point, I will still need to take a measurement of 20 again, so that distance from so that we can get that 40 millimeters, which is diameter of the semicircle. So I will transfer this to this side. So I'm not going to make this thick at once. So now, so we have this. So now, for me to draw the semicircle as an isometric curve, so what I need to do is I need to produce also at this end. So then I will draw it at this end also. So I need to extend it to make it a complete isometric square. I'm going to construct isometric square at this end here. Okay, so now, so with what I've done here from this point here, I will take a measurement of 20 millimeters down. 20 millimeters down here from this point. So this is 20 millimeters. So and I'll also take 20 millimeters up from this point. So this is 20 millimeters. So I'm going to transfer this point. So I'll transfer it to this side here. And coming up here also, I will transfer it to this point, to this side here. Alright, so with what I've done here, I've gotten the midpoint. So I also need to get the midpoint here. I think this should be 20 millimeters. So I need to get the midpoint here. Okay, so this is 20 millimeters already. So I will take it up from this point. So I'll take it up from this point. So I take it up like this. Okay, so I divided this into 20 up, 20 down. So I will join the longest diagonal. I join the longest diagonal like this. Alright, so then I'm going to connect. So I'll connect this point here. Okay, so I'll connect this point with this point here. If you have watched my video on how to construct an isometric circle, so you'll have known what I'm doing. So let me also connect it, this point, let me connect it with this point here. Alright, with what we have done here, so I only need to put the pinpoint on my compass here, and I will extend the pen point, extend it to this point. Then I'm going to draw an arc like this. Okay, so if I extend it to this point, then I'm going to draw an arc here. So here I will draw an arc like this. Okay, so it's only this part that we are going to see there, but before I conclude, there's only this part that we are going to see. So I need to come to the front here. So I need to come to the front here and do the same thing. So I need to come to the front and do the same thing. So you need to watch the line. So if I come to this point, so and I draw a vertical line like this. Also, if I come to this point, I will also draw the same vertical line. So I draw a vertical line like this. Okay, so then I will take 20 millimeters down. So 20 millimeters down here and 20 millimeters up here. Okay, so I'll transfer this. So I transfer this point to here. and I'll also come up here and transfer it here. Alright, so then the midpoint, so we need to locate the midpoint here. So the midpoint is 20 millimeters if the total is 40. So the midpoint, so here we have the midpoint here. Okay, so I will draw a vertical line. The same thing that I did on the other part is what I'm still doing here. So I will draw a vertical line here. So now, so we connect the longest diagonal together. So we connect the longest diagonal together like this. Okay, so then, so I need to connect this point with this point here. So I need to connect this together. Then I will connect so this point together. Okay. Alright, so then the next thing I'm going to do is that so I put the input on my compass here, so I extend it to this point, or I take it from here like this. So I'm going to draw an arc. So I'll draw an arc from here. Alright, so and then I'll come to this point. So I will extend my compass to this point here. Okay, so from this point, so here I will draw an arc like this. So I want to be very careful. That's what I'm trying to do. So the radius is small. Alright, so we will still manage it. Alright, so I will complete it. Alright, so that's the part that is going to show. So all I need to do now is that I'll make this line a thick line. So as I've said, this is the only part that we need on this curve at the end here. So I'm going to bring out the outline, and you will see. I think we are done after that. So let me do that while I pause the video. Alright, so looking at what we have here, this is how the isometric view will look. So it's as simple as I've done it here. I also need to make this line a thick line. I forgot to do that. So this line must be a thick line. Alright, so we have completed this as simple as I've done it here. Practice it and you surely become a master at it. Thank you and keep on practicing.